We Can Be Heroes is the brand new Netflix original film directed by Robert Rodriguez and stars the likes of Pedro Pascal, Priyanka Chopra, Christian Slater, Taylor Dooley, Sung Kang, and Christopher McDonald, a bunch of these child actors, and takes place in the timeline of the 2005 film Shark Boy and Lava Girl, probably call this a sequel to that film. It stars when alien invaders kidnap Earth's superheroes. Their children must team up and learn to work together if they want to save their parents and the world. The movie is an hour and 40 PG and is on Netflix. My name is Max, and we're going back to a brand new Netflix film review here on Max Talks Movies, the last Netflix movie review of 2020. We've made it. We are at the end of the year, probably my second to last, or maybe my last movie I see in 2020 that is brand new. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that like button if you like the video so far and you want to support this channel. That's the best way to do so. Also, please subscribe and ring that bell if you like movie reviews, TV show reviews, streaming platform reviews, and movie rankings. I do all of those things. If you like any one of those things, please consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you're notified when I drop those videos on this channel. Also, please comment down below your thoughts of this film, non-spoiler. If you have seen the movie, give me your non-spoiler thoughts of the film in the comment section down below. If you have not seen it, tell me, are you excited because it's potentially a sequel to Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. Without further ado, let's get started. So I was pretty nervously intrigued for this film. I really grew up with Robert Rodriguez's early kids films that I have a lot of nostalgia for, really mostly for Spy Kids. I absolutely still have a lot of nostalgia for at least the first two for sure. They take me back to when I was a kid. I loved his first, especially the first film. I really, really enjoyed. And I always repeatedly watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl when I was a kid. I didn't love it as much as the Spy Kids franchise, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. He also did shorts, so all those films I really did grew up with. And the fact that we're getting, basically this is a direct sequel to the 2005 film, even though they're barely in the movie, that this takes place in the universe of the 2005 film. I was kind of excited to see what they would do. Now, obviously, the big controversy was, well, Taylor Lautner's not back. I'll get to Shark Boy and Lava Girl in just a sec. So if you go into this movie thinking this is a Shark Boy and Lava Girl movie sequel, where they're in the center focus of the movie, you're not going to enjoy this movie, I don't think. If you're going into thinking that this is the Shark Boy and Lava Girl's second own movie that they get to star in, and if you also think that Pedro Pascal's in the movie to star in it, or if Pedro Pascal's in it to be the main focus, the adults are they're in the movie, but they're not in it a lot. The main focus are these kids who are the children of all the superheroes called the Heroics. So you have the Shark Boy and Lava Girl kid, they're here. Pedro Pascal's daughter is here. Sung Kang's son is here. And Christian Slater's son is also a part of this. So there's all these kids have different powers, except for the main lead, who is the daughter of Pedro Pascal. So as I said, you have to go into this movie also knowing what film you're getting into. If you've seen films like Spy Kids, like Shorts, like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, you completely know what the tone's going to be, what the CGI is going to be. It's not Citizen Kane. It's directly for kids, and adults could take, I guess, something from it. But if you've never seen one of those films and you're going to this film expecting something, you're not going to like this movie. This might be, if you can, and again, if you, just like those films, if you really nitpick it like crazy, it could be one of the worst films you've ever seen of the year. But for me, I still understand, I completely understand and enjoy Rodriguez's tones in those kids' movies. And I actually was expecting him to add some way better CGI. Obviously, all those Spy Kids and Shark Boy and Lava Girl films happened in the early 2000s. So you kind of understand the cheesiness of the CGI at the time. But it's 2020, and Robert Rodriguez does not change the CGI look or the tone whatsoever from 15 years ago, which some people are going to love and some people are not going to like, and I'm pretty divisive on it. I actually wanted to see some better CGI with this type of tone. I think it would have helped the movie become more credible throughout the film, but it definitely loses a lot of credibility, especially for some of the CGI. And again, also, guys, this is probably one of the most cheesiest movies you'll see all year long. Some of the dialogue is so on the nose, completely on the nose. I don't even want to give away spoilers, but there's one scene where one of the kids finds out what this character's true name was. And I was like, you have to be kidding me. I literally screamed that when I was watching the movie, like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, oh my God. Because it only happens in this type of movie that these lines get put into an actual product. Now, as I said, the adults are kind of barely in it. I actually enjoy most of the kids here. Our lead is also very, very good, and she actually has good chemistry with Pascal in the lead role. There's a couple other kids. The daughter of Shark Boy and Lava Girl has some great little moments there as well. There's a character who is called Slow Mo, who basically his whole thing is, of course, in slow motion. There's twins that are fast forward and rewind. So there's really interesting powers. How the names obviously are way too on the nose, but there's some powers that are very interesting. And this movie obviously is hitting a demographic, which is kids. I'm not sure adults are going to like this movie at all. I think kids are going to, this could be the kids' new Spy Kids, in my opinion. This was what this movie kind of felt like. Now, the adults are good when they're on screen. Priyanka Chopra probably has the most screen time, if I could recall, out of the adult cast in the movie. And as I said, if you're going for a Shark Boy Lava Girl film, you're going to be disappointed. They are barely in the movie. They're in the movie. But only Taylor Dooley, who played Lava Girl, is back from that original film, and she does get to talk during the movie. Now, Shark Boy was recast for some reason, and he's played by Jeffrey D. Danshaw, who has no lines in the entire movie. Shark Boy doesn't say one word, so that you got to take it what it is. It was kind of funny that Shark Boy was just not saying anything; it would all be Lava Girl's dialogue. Kind of felt like they needed Taylor Lautner in the movie for him to talk, but Shark Boy does not talk, and that's kind of what it is. And again, the older superheroes don't really have a lot of time. You don't really care about them that much. They're not on the same page, and they're not really on screen together. And the thing that I actually really liked about the movie was that it just goes full speed ahead from the start of the movie to the end of the movie. There's nonstop action for this 100-minute runtime, which I was all for. That's what this movie. That's why you came here to watch the movie, was action scenes with kids with superheroes or adults with superheroes. And that's what I like about the movie. Now, it didn't take the movie that seriously. And as I said, it literally is another Spy Kids, another Shark Boy and Lava Girl type of film for kids. Now, obviously, I kind of have a little bit of nostalgia for the type of movie this is because I grew up with Robert Rodriguez's early 2000s films. But if you're not one of those people who grew up with the films or even like them, I'm not sure how you're going to like this movie. Again, this is a family film. You're not really watching this if you're an adult by yourself. But if you have kids, definitely you should check this one out. But as a whole, guys, the cast does a good job. The kids are actually not annoying in this movie. There's one kid that I really couldn't stand, and he has a pretty big storyline in the film. I'm not going to talk about who it is because I don't really like to slander child actors, but at times this kid was quite annoying. The CGI is quite awful. This movie does not look great at all. It looked like it was made literally in 2005 when the first Shark Boy and Lava Girl came out. That's how bad the CGI does look in this film. It's one of the cheesiest films. The dialogue is pretty terrible, but you have to know what movie you're going into, and I knew that, so I'm going to give We Can Be Heroes a 2 out of 5 stars, a 37%. I can't go higher than that because of how true. This is not a good movie whatsoever. But if you know, if it hits this demographic on the nose. So if you're a kid or you're a parent listening to this review and you have kids, definitely check this one out with them. If you're just a random adult and you don't even understand Robert Rodriguez's kids films, I would probably stay away from We Can Be Heroes. Want to thank you guys so much for checking out this review of We Can Be Heroes. Please comment down below. Do you agree or disagree with me? Tell me if you like this movie better than Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Gotta let me know in the comment section down below. Please like, subscribe, share, ring that bell because I'll be coming up with a lot more videos very, very soon. I'll be ranking my top 10 worst Netflix films, my top 10 best Netflix films, and then my top 10 best films and worst films of the overall year. So a lot of videos because we are heading down the last week of 2020. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.